Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you very much for your questions. Stevie's here, Kieran, Craig as well. And just an update, if you remember back to last year, Kieran and Stevie had a bet that Manchester City would win the league. Stevie was right, and you won your money. But that money has gone now to a new bet, which was made today on tonight's Super Bowl. You've got
Kansas City Chiefs.
You've got the Chiefs in a double or nothing, and you've got the Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles, yeah.
There we go. There we are. It's a bit of excitement for this evening. You're coming to my house to watch
I am.
Oh, what drama. Oh, lovely. How much will Arne Slot be regretting his rotated squad today, Stevie?
I think initially, on the way home tonight, he'll be thinking maybe I shouldn't have done this or that. But I think when he really sits down and looks at the big picture, he probably got it right.
Right.
Definitely. If Liverpool beat Everton on Wednesday, he will probably play a different tune and realise he got it right.
Craig, this is quite an aggressive tweet towards you. What a surprise. Is Ange doing a better job in his second season than what Ten Hag did?
Oh, for God's sake.
Since he constantly compared Ange in his first season
How
to Ten
thick are
Hag
they-
in his second season and claimed how great a manager Ange was and how he turned Spurs' fortunes around.
How thick are some people?
I don't well.
Seriously? You're comparing Tottenham Hotspur to Manchester United. They have spent $1 billion plus. They spent $200 million in the summer for Ten Hag, when he already should have been sacked. You have to be utterly stupid to be... It's like apples and oranges. One club doesn't spend much money because that's the way they operate. They're a bit frugal. They have spent, but not anywhere near as much as what United and Ten Hag have spent. So, yes, he's struggling, but it's not the same. My God, just we are. There are some utterly stupid people tweeting.
I'm not one for defending Ange.
I'm not defending him.
Are we being a bit harsh on Spurs?
No, I don't,
we're not.
I don't think so, because I think we were very nice to them. They start, great football, came in, over Conte, everything, blah, 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 but now look at them.
Some injury list.
They're so easy to beat.
If you spend hundreds of millions of dollars on players, if you spend nearly $100 million on Anthony,
Yeah.
Anthony, Zirkzee, Casemiro, Ugarte.
It's going in.
Jesus.
Aye.
Honestly.
Ah, dear.
Banana.
Quick thank.
Oh, but, Arsenal, when you played for Arsenal, did they lose to any smaller clubs in the FA Cup?
The FA Cup.
Anything spring to mind? You drew against York, was it? Who had the frozen pitch?
Yeah, that was York City.
What was it like? This question is after being upset by a smaller club, what's the dressing room like? So what was it like after you... Because you took them back to a replay.
Aye, no, we'd no problem with that. I mean, the game should have been played. It was frozen.
Right.
You couldn't stand up hardly, so that wasn't a problem. I'll tell you the one I always will remember was the first time, 82, Liverpool, Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge in the FA Cup. First time I was involved.
Right.
Chelsea were in the second division at the time. Liverpool, top of the league, usual pattern. And after the game, absolute and utter silence and dejection. I've never seen so many grown men sitting with their head between their legs.
Wow.
And these are all guys that had just won the European Cup and multiple league titles, and they were absolutely devastated. And I was just sitting there going, wow, this is what the FA Cup means.
I remember one.
Yeah.
Bradford away. We lost. I don't know how many chances we missed. I mean, I'd have to get the highlights up to have a look. It wasn't the FA Cup though. It was the Carling Cup.
Right.
But
And what was
No,
it like?
we've not got to take Haggis
that was
out.
a low. That was a real low point.
Right.
That was a real low point. I remember being. I was only young at the time, 20 or 19 even. But yeah, we actually backed ourselves to go and win it as well, because we had a good young team and we was destroying teams in the Carling Cup. And then that come around, and I don't know if we took it for granted or what. We did miss a lot of chances, but
Right.
we were beating ourselves up for a while after that.
What about you?
We got knocked out by Millwall.
Right.
Casey was in goals for them.
Is that the year Millwall got to the final?
No.
No.
No. This was back in... And we'd been to the final the year before.
Okay.
When we lost to Man United. So we were pumped for the competition, right? And we drew at the new den. There was a bit of trouble down there. And then they took us to a penalty shootout back at Stamford Bridge and we lost. So, and they were at least one division, maybe two, beneath us at the time.
Right. And what was it like afterwards in the dressing room?
Oh, we just went to the bar.
That was the whole point. Yesterday it was Leighton Orient, Manchester City. It was our early game. Stevie had to get up at what time?
Oh.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock in the morning. No Eleanor, she's away.
No.
So you had to do it all by yourself.
2
And what
alarms.
miracle was needed to get you into the studio yesterday, Stevie? for
Two,
that early start?
2 alarms and
Right.
and a couple of phone calls from Eleanor.
Did Eleanor wake up just to wake you up?
Well, according to Eleanor, she was already up.
Oh,
She
okay.
couldn't sleep
Right, because she was worried about you.
because she was worried about me.
Oh,
So yeah, I covered my bases. Let's put it that way.
oh
When
lovely.
you said 2 alarms, you set it twice.
Yes.
Or you had 2 alarms.
No, I said it twice,
One at either
one
side
in
of
the
the
cupboard.
bed.
just in case.
Right, no
Because you know what it's
snooze.
like. Sometimes you go, right. I'll have one more minute. I'll just relax.
Snooze.
You know, something you do that.
Not the naughty snooze.
So yeah.
Snoozer.
Stevie, similar to Plymouth's win today, what FA Cup upsets do you fondly remember being part of, winning or losing? So you can take us back, what, to Doncaster?
Doncaster, Southend United away. We're non-league.
How old are you?
I am 38.
Wow.
Yeah, 38. Southend away. I think it was. I'm going to say there was 300 Doncaster fans there. We beat them 1-0. Second half was like backs to the wall, heading balls away. And at the end of the game, the 300 Doncaster fans ran on the field. I mean, it was fantastic.
Isn't that awesome?
Honestly.
Considering everything you
Oh.
did and achieved in your career,
Aye.
that's very nice.
Yeah, it's the first time I'd ever played in the first round
Right.
because I'd always played in the third
Well,
round.
it's just a man of the people,
Just
isn't
love of the game. There you go.
Oh, it was great. It was
it? Oh, it's not the money.
It certainly wasn't a
great. One of
Donny
Doncaster like either.
Final question, Dan, as a West Country boy, what do you think about Plymouth's legendary win over Liverpool? Very proud of the West Country. Front page news it was that Alexis was in town with the ESPN. Not much to talk about down there, but that's great for Plymouth, great for those fans who've suffered a lot this
Is that
season.
the West? Is it West?
Of course it is, West Country.
I thought it was right down on the south coast.
Southwest.
Is it?
Yeah, exactly, down the foot. So
So you're both right.
Devon's there, and then Cornwall was about 2 hours away from Plymouth. You just got to keep going west until pretty much you fall off the
What's the
Under the water.
southeast?
Kent, isn't it?
Did you ever grow one of those moustaches like the mascot?
No, like Pilgrim Pete.
Pilgrim Pete.
That was some mistake.
Margate.
We saw him so much.
Okay,
Alex Kipling's from Margate. That's on the coast, isn't it?
there we go. Let's get Alex on the phone. Right.
He's still looking for his suitcase in Saudi Arabia.
That is it. We are done. Thank you very much for joining us this weekend for all of our FA Cup action. The draw